Right, in this video we're going to look at how you could create a simple rubric to give feedback to students based on this worksheet. Now, why do I use rubrics for feedback? Very simple. It gives me a start and I can edit the feedback based on what I feel it should be. But it gives me a start, number one. And number two, at the end of the process of giving feedback to all my students, Brisk will give me feedback on the feedback, and it will basically put it all together and it will give me an outline of the things that students are good at, the things that students might need help at or improvement. So it's a win-win situation. I get feedback from the whole process and the students get feedback. And of course, the whole important process in this is to teach the students what to do with the feedback. Not just to read it, but actually to apply it. So to create a rubric, we use the B icon down here. And we go create, and we want a rubric. And basically, you create a prompt for what you want it to do. So we just go through it. So rubric, Brisk, this is the free one. So standard AI, if I click into that to change it, it will ask me to pay a subscription. I am using it for my 5th years and I want a 5-point scale. So now I'm going to type in here what I want the rubric to do. Now I've used a fairly simple prompt in this because what I want to achieve with this worksheet is that students have the correct terms, the answers are factually correct, that the answers are complete and fully answer the question. Now, why that? Because I have a gang of students that tend to give me 2-sentence answers and wondering then why they don't get full marks. So using this, I want to try and encourage them to give as much detail as possible to the answer so they can answer fully. And the last one then is literacy. I want to check their spelling and grammar is correct as well. So I've given it the prompt. Now, unless I highlight the text on this, it will just basically put the rubric down at the bottom of the page here. So by clicking Brisket, off it goes and creates the rubric. It will start off typing, and then when it's finished, it will put it in tabular form. There is no need in the prompt to tell it to put it in tabular form or anything like that. So it has created a 5-point scale as I asked it. It's given me technical accuracy, completeness of response, language and writing skills, evidence, use of evidence as part of their answer, and the technical vocabulary that is correct. So to use that, I actually have to download that and use it as a PDF. So it doesn't matter what format you use, the Brisk uses rubrics as PDF, so I just download it onto my device. I just downloaded it there. So right, just to say, this is the rubric that I want for this particular worksheet. I am not saying that it is the rubric that everyone should use. Everyone's rubrics are going to be different based on the topics you teach and the subjects you teach, and also based on the feedback that you want to give the students. But I just feel it is a very effective way of trying to improve students' answers for my subject, so that's why I use it. So we'll see now in the next video how I use this to give feedback to my students on their work.